I'm Julie Ryder, the discoverer of the Montana megaliths, and we're here at the Tyzer Dolmen. The Tyzer Dolmen is a freestanding rock that fits the classical description of a dolmen, which is 2 uprights and 1 tabletop on top. The beautiful thing about the Tyzer Dolmen is it's set on a mountain with a base underneath it. And that is a polygonal set, square, separate blocks that form the base. In the back there's a buttress that holds it to the side of the mountain because the weight is on the back of the dolmen. Otherwise it may come tumbling down. According to Andrew Barker, this is an extremely unique design that they have not found other places in the world so far. Above the Tyzer Dolmen is a sphinx. It is an acoustic chamber, much like the hypogeum in Malta. Sound chambers that go deep underground. So I'm here with Dr. Sam from Bosnia, who does experiments on dolmens and finds megalithic sites and tests them all over the world. So, Dr. Sam, what do you think about the Tyzer Dolmen?
Well, I think that I am very grateful that you and your team guided us here. We are almost at the top of this hill, and then we can see those 2 uprights, 2 megaliths, and 1 on the top. And you're right, this is the classical case of dolmen. The simplest, though. 2 vertical, 1 horizontal. Sometimes you can find them 3 vertical, 1 horizontal, sometimes 5 vertical, 2 horizontal, and so on. And you find them all over the planet. From Sardinia to Vietnam, South Korea has most of them. They have almost half of all dolmens on the planet for some reason. They are in Africa, they are in Pakistan, they are in Bangladesh, India, different countries. Why would somebody do something like that? The sincere answer would be, we don't know. The same thing goes for the original builders, those who placed them, like this one over here. How do we know that it's been placed? So we have 2 pieces, 2 megaliths. They are megaliths because they fulfill properties of megaliths. They are over 1 ton, and I'll talk about it. And you see, when it breaks vertically here. It does not happen in nature. It breaks horizontally. Why? Because they are the product of the sedimentation. That's how they break. Since we can see the break here and there, it means that originally, when this stone, and this is gray granite, was formed, it was formed in horizontal layers. So somebody moved them for 90 degrees and then placed that big block on the top. No way that Mother Nature could roll this block from somewhere higher up and then it got placed over there. So it's been placed by intelligent hands. I've done some energy measurements, and these are the results. Temperature today is very pleasant, 86 degrees Fahrenheit. Here in Montana during the fall, we got blessed. Humidity very low, 20 degrees. Weather is sunny, visibility clear, so we can see everything around us. Negative ions are in the range from 50 to 900. They are beneficial if higher than 5,000. This is not the case here. And this is rarely the case anywhere in the world. The highest quantities in Bosnia, Bosnian Pyramid tunnels, 20,000 to 100,000, sometimes even more. Then one time at the Great Zimbabwe, just before the thunderstorm started, we had also 100,000. And then Slovenia, 5,000 near one lake and so on. Usually the mountains are 500 to 1,000. So here we have 50 to 900, positive 30 to 1,400. So nothing specially there. Electromagnetic radiation, the one that is harmful to us, there is none, meaning it's pleasant to stay here. Life energy or orgone energy, which got measured by the instrument called experimental life energy meter, It's showing also just the regular results. It's about 30% on the scale from 0 to 100. Like in the city, Montana, 20, here is 30. What does it mean, life energy or orgone energy or chi? What this instrument measures, it actually measures our ability to receive harmful electromagnetic field. So higher the ability, our orgone or life energy is higher. Rather simple. People are on this scale from 0 to 100 from 55 to 100. For example, football players or tennis players, when they are in training, playing, they are about 90, 95, 98. Or other people from 55. And it doesn't have anything to do with the age. It has to do with the way we live with our immunity and so on. So 30% is good. Nothing special. Still, we don't have these healing properties. Then, I measure magnetic field. Magnetic field on a scale with microtesla is the good field is from 25 to 65. If it is above 65, 70, 100, for example, 200 or 300, it means you are in close proximity of some very bad machines, like in a hospital, CT, stuff like that. They have about 300. And if you are real close to them, it's about 1,000. You go there, it's probably worse than potential disease that you have. But that's another story. Here we have 51 to 56 with an average of 54, which is rather good. I've seen places exactly in the middle of this scale, let's say about 43, 45, that would be ideal. 54 is still good. Ultrasound, if we can see regular distances showing the ultrasound at the same frequencies, then we could conclude that we have some type of the machine that generates this ultrasound. This is not the case. We do have presence of ultrasound, but it is irregular. Infrasound, similar thing. This is very, very deep sound. Sometimes on the places like megalithic sites, it's very busy, telling us that something is happening, either below them or inside. This is not the case. It's not busy. Most of the time there is no signal for infrasound. Now, two things that are really the most impressive. The first one is the orientation of the dolmen. If it was natural, Mother Nature does not make orientation exactly to the cardinal points. And cardinal points on this planet are east, west, north, and south. What we have here, we have exact north-south orientation. Now we are looking at the sun. It's just past noon. Sun is exactly to the south. And you see the orientation to the south. Now, this is not the orientation to some of our cosmic bodies and their important dates, like summer solstice or fall or spring equinox or winter solstice, like the case of the Sage Wall, which is oriented towards the sunrise and sunset during the winter solstice. Here we have simple orientation north-south, which in reality is not so simple, because you have to know where is your cosmic north, where is your exact south. So whoever placed those two big and the smaller megalith, that's the knowledge that they possessed. So if they know exact north and south, then they knew that our planet is spherical, it has its cosmic north. Maybe they knew even about the northern star. So it tells us that this place has some astronomical features, features of the astronomical observatory. And finally, about the megaliths themselves. Now, whether we had two blocks and somebody placed them separately, or they had them here and then they have them somehow broken, hard to say. But we can see nicely that they